Willow Creek Springs presents Healthy Living with your host, Joe Grumbine.
But I also, the majority of the time, I would eat the bud fresh, like a salad.
Yeah, I did that sometimes too.
Yeah, and it was yummy and delicious, and that really, like within the 20 minutes, my pain would be gone.
Wow.
And so Crohn's disease pain is really hard. It's a horrible pain. It's like a 12 out of 10. It's like saws and broken glass in your intestines at the same time, and not. And so that's how I could describe the pain is chainsaws and glass. And when I would eat it or consume cannabis, but especially eat it, it would be gone. And how amazing is that?
So that must have certainly intrigued you. Like for me, anytime I find something that I see working, it makes me want to go play with it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Maybe want to go play with it and like using it in so many different ways. Right, smoking it, juicing it, eating it, tinctures, and back then it was just someone doing it in their backyard. They just did it like alcohol extraction. So it was just tinctures and very simple process and fresh from the garden. But using it in so many different forms was fascinating to see how each form had its different effect on me and what relieved me faster or in what ways. Was really fun to experiment with because it made me feel better. So that was point blank the main reason I did it, and at the time the only reason I did it. And then as you start enjoying your high and then you start enjoying the altered feeling and start enjoying the relaxation and the meditative state you get from being on cannabis.
Well, and I think there's a piece here that we kind of dance around, but I want to explore it a little bit because we use the word high almost always as a negative, but think about it. It's high. It's not. It's. I mean, you just think about that word and look at how my position is. It's a joyous position. It's high, right? I mean, that to me is it's an elevated state. People use the term elevated a lot. They use altered is what it is. I mean, I think our unaltered state is lucidity, which I love that too. I love to be lucid, and I also love to be altered. And so, but I think the value of high, and we could do a whole show on this, but I'm just going to throw some bullet points at you. And one of them is, why do people drink? Why do people watch TV? Why do people sit on a couch and relax? Why do people meditate? Why do people and just go on and on and on about anything that people do to take the edge off, to relax, to unwind, to why? Because life sucks. And it doesn't have to, not every moment does, but life is full of challenges, it's full of obstacles, it's full of cold quicklies, it's full of everything that brings stress. Life has no shortage of. And just walking along the path of life, you collect those things and they stick to you and they prick you. And any of those things, if used correctly, helps to shed you of those things and get you back to a place of peace, of think about how you wake up in the morning and then how you are at 2:00 in the afternoon most days, right? Yeah. And you wake up and you're just, nothing is stuck to you. It's all gone. And then 2:00 in the afternoon, the phone's been ringing all day and the kids are yanking at you and you get more and more like that, right? So in that note, I think high is very therapeutic, and that's one of the things that draws people to it. Now, can people abuse it? Of course. I think people do abuse pot. People abuse everything. They abuse water, for God's sake, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The idea of high is, in my opinion, therapeutic. And then people say, well, it makes you slow and you can't do whatever. But I think most of the time we're too fast anyways. We do everything, we go too fast. And I think most of the time, what do you say when somebody's rambling on? Whoa, slow down, take a minute, right? Well, it does that for you, right? I said,
Wow.
slow down. And
That was a truth bomb. Yeah.
and then what about the forgetfulness, right? Oh, it has short-term memory loss. Well, guess what? Forgetting is very therapeutic. So
Mm,
we hang on to trauma, we hang on to toxic, devastating things, and they give us problems every time we hang on to them. Like
yeah.
every time something traumatic happens to you, every time you remember it, it happens again. And pot
Mm,
helps you let go of those things. And so or being high. And so those are just three just little tidbits that I wanted to throw out. So in
wow.
my opinion, rather than dancing around, and finding a nice way to say hi, why don't we explore it as a therapeutic word and
Mm,
embrace it as something that is positive. If we make it positive, it can be positive, right?
yeah. Wow. That was really amazing, Joe. I mean, you never cease to amaze me when you speak, but like it's so true. You hit every nail on the head, and I was dancing around it, and it is something. Even though this plant saved my life, I still find the need to dance around high and the obvious of what it's doing to me.
Yeah.
And it's doing it all. It is making me high. It's also relaxing me. It's also taking away the pain. It's also providing therapeutic relief. It's also relieving inflammation in my body. It's also creating homeostasis. It's doing it all. And we
And
can
feeling
embrace.
good's okay. It's okay to feel good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good. That's not bad. You think about everything. People drink to feel good, right? And nobody's got a problem with that.
Yeah.
But the second you get high to feel good, it's like, oh, you're just, like, wait a minute. So
Yeah.
I think in this environment, in this place, this community that we've created, I think that we should feel safe to speak a truth and not, frankly, if somebody comes into this and they're put off by that, well, come on the show and let's talk, because
Mhm.
maybe we can find out what's wrong.
Yeah, no, I think that's really important, and I thank you for bringing that up. And you just opened a whole new door in my mind to talk about with people I have conversations about cannabis with, and just because I'm so passionate about cannabis. I'm in the industry. I work in dispensaries. I work for a large cannabis company, and then I also have Canakeen, which is my education platform, and my company, my brand that I like to share knowledge. And I think that is a really important to talk
Why don't you tell
topic.
me about that a little bit? I don't know too much about that.
Yeah, so Canakeen, Canna, Cannakeen. I started that I think maybe now 2 years ago, and that really is just it's a baby passion project slash business slash brand, and my whole motive behind it was really just to have a platform where I could share advocacy for cannabis, or surrounding cannabis, and education, and then also just a community. So anyone who loves cannabis, who's intrigued by cannabis, whether it be medicinally or recreationally, quote unquote, can come together and talk about it and freely express their love for cannabis or their curiosity if they want to learn more. They don't really know about cannabis. I really just wanted to share my personal experience, my story, and then also provide a platform for other people to share and give and their experience with cannabis, and really focus on education. And so that's been something I've been doing with on an individual level, on social media, on my website, and then also just in normal conversation, and then also within the cannabis industry.
So one of the things that I want to do with this community, and part of what this first show with you is about, is it just figuring out ways that we're connected and ways that we can help each other. But this healthy living community is more than just the podcast. It's got a blog and a forum. And I think that one of the things that I'm figuring out as I'm meeting more people that have their little passion projects, and I don't mean little in the sense of it's not important, I just mean little in the sense of it's not big. My healthy living community is a little community right now, but it'll get big. And
Yes, no, Canakeen is little.
Yeah, but just because it's little today doesn't mean it needs to be, and it can also be part of something else. And so I definitely want to get more information about that. I'll be putting together, you know, I don't know how to frame it yet, but it'll be associates, affiliates, you know, like-minded, whatever. We're going to create an Angie's list of other groups, businesses, forums, platforms that are all connected, so that people can find one that's more tailored to, you know, like this is a general, big, broad platform that's going to embrace anything that has to do with healthy living, mind, body, or spirit. But there might be, you know, a Crohn's support group that comes up and says, "Hey, can I list myself in your little group?" And I'd say, "Sure, that's great," because only those people that are interested in learning about or suffering from or are connected to that particular ailment would probably be drawn to that. Cool. Well, then why not leave a place for it? So that's important, I think, is starting to, you know, the cannabis world especially, it's so fragmented. There's so many little groups and projects that are out there, and that doesn't diminish any of them. There's lots of great ones that are very small. And I think a lot of times things don't get bigger because it's a lot of work to do any one of these things. And, you know, if you don't have a little bit of a little shot in the arm, it's, you know, you end up carrying it on your back wherever you go. And I think it's better when we start to share resources. So I'm going to offer that to you for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm really excited to be part of this community and see it grow and blossom. And I think it's just going to be an amazing thing for so many people.
So I met you through Liz McDuffie, who was she actually recorded the very first episode. But she didn't like it, so we're gonna reshoot it. Yeah, she said, "Throw it away. We're gonna do it again." I says, "All right, whenever you're ready, we'll
I love it.
But Liz is a common thread with a lot of people that I know that are involved in the healthy living community, and especially involved in the cannabis side of things. But she runs a practitioner program. She's run a resource, a school. I used to teach a class at that school for many years. And that was where I met a lot of folks that were involved with this. And it was a class on best practices for cannabis infused products, you know, back in the days when, you know, testing was just barely even understood at all. And people were not, you know, standardizing things. They just threw things together and called it this or that. And so what brought you to that? So that, like I said, that's where I was introduced to you, but I don't know what brought you there.
Yeah, so that I met Liz because there was a dispensary right next to her school. And I used to go to that dispensary, and then I also I was intrigued by her, you know, the school, and I wanted to learn more because I come from, you know, a passion project for cannabis and advocacy and spreading the word. Right after I got healed from cannabis, I was on fire. I was like, everyone needs to know that this can do this for you. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to be in pain. I am living a great life. I want everyone else to live a great life. And so I met Liz, and at the time one of her partners, Karen, and we and I shared my story with them, and they brought me into a advisory board that they were part of at Children's Hospital. So Children's Hospital, there's a study funded by the NIH, and they were doing on cannabis in young adults. And they said, hey, we need a young adult who is involved in the cannabis industry to come and join the advisory board for the hospital. And we think you're a great match. And so I initially met them through that. They brought me onto the board. I was involved with that. And that's been a whole amazing journey that has just been great and kind of full circle, because I was a patient at Children's Hospital, and now I'm on advisory board for Children's Hospital.
Well, that's powerful. Yeah,
it's huge, and life is amazing. But I initially met them through that, and then just started a friendship and a good relationship with them. And then I, as time passed, I joined Liz's practitioner program and became a certified practitioner through her. And then it got introduced to you and all of your amazing, products that you offer, and knowledge and history and resources, everything that you are. So that was a great journey, and that taught me so much. And I think what Liz does is amazing and one of a kind, and is really people focused. It's not a course that you take or certificate that you get learning from a training. You're learning from real people on the daily, and real experiences, and working with patients and people who are using cannabis as therapy for so many different ailments. And you're getting all this knowledge, and you're gaining all this knowledge firsthand, and you're seeing what's working for people and what's not working for people, because there's such a wide spectrum with cannabis. You can have breast cancer and use this and that, and it helps, or you have breast cancer and use that and it doesn't help, or you can have something so small or minor as a headache, all the way to something as terminal cancer. It can help everything. And really getting that firsthand experience in the practitioner program was so beneficial, and really contributed to me having more passion for the plant.
So again, I've known you for, let's just say 5 years as around. And for the last couple of years, I haven't seen a whole lot of you. And, I know the last couple of years we've been in the middle of a pandemic, and the world has completely gone upside down, and all of that. But what are you up to now?
Yeah. So right now, I am, really focused on my health, and making sure that I maintain it. And as I continue to grow and learn more and discover more about what my needs are and how to be the best version of myself on the daily, that's been something that I'm focusing on. I also have Luna's, which is my CBD wellness and skincare product line that I love.
A little bit about Luna's.
Yeah, so Luna's is another passion project, business brand that I started out of my love for cannabis. And CBD is a compound that is from the cannabis plant, and it is now widely accepted and widely used and legal to use in all ages. And so I think allowing that CBD being legal and accepted really allowed me to use some form of the cannabis plant that's easily accessible to everyone. Mm-hmm. And so having that ability to make it accessible for everyone has been really joyful for me, because I've seen it help so many people. So Luna's is a wellness brand. It has wellness products that helps people feel better from different ailments. And then I have a skincare line in my Luna's brand as well, because CBD is really good for your skin, because your skin is an organ. And so, and as a growing woman, I like to take care of my skin. And so I really, I brought in my passion for wellness and feeling good internally, and then also my passion for feeling good and feeling beautiful and healthy and radiant on the outside, and created a brand.
Nice. And what is your ambition with that? Like, I mean, do you have a website, or how would somebody find that product?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do have a website of lunastherapeutics.com, and that's a website where you can learn more about the products. And then also I have Instagram and Facebook page. It goes in waves. There's times where it's huge, and I'm on it every day, and things are popping, and I'm helping so many people, and I have a lot of clients and people that I'm working with one-on-one that I'm helping. And then sometimes life happens where I have to kind of be more dormant. And that's kind of what's been happening lately, is things are a little more dormant and not as active. But that's something that is my passion. It's not just a brand for me. It's not just a company. It's something that I could see myself doing forever, and being excited and putting my love and all into something, because it's really just helping people. And and that's my goal. And so you could always go and learn about it, but my goal for this Q1 is to really get back into that fire and igniting that fire again within myself to get that going again and really get that back off the ground and reaching more people.
Nice. Well, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons that we have this platform here, is that people can, I have a feeling that this particular podcast is going to get some traction, and the way that it's been embraced by a number of different people in all different modalities. We're going to have DJ Short on here next week. And so we have all these sort of legends and OG healers and all these different people that are coming from all these different backgrounds, and everybody's embracing the idea of this. And so, to me, I think if we can get a place like think about a place that you love to go to. There's something special about it. And sometimes it's a place because there's special people that go to it. Other places are because there's no people. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a place can be special. But, imagine if you went to, a bookstore and you knew that somebody cool was going to be there that you probably knew. And you knew you're always going to bump into something interesting, somebody cool. There used to be bookstores like that where people would go to, and there was always somebody there that was doing something that you wanted to hear about, and stories being told and experiences being shared. And it's almost like the campfire. I have a little fire pit, a big old fire pit actually on my property, and over the last 25 years we've had storytelling and campfires and drum circles and just the family community experience as it happens in that environment. And I just think that we're going to create that kind of an experience that draws people. And like I was telling you before we started the show, we're getting ready to open up Willow Creek Springs back, not to the public, but to exclusive members of the public. So we're going to be inviting healers and practitioners and people that are in the community to share this magical place in a limited capacity so that it can be kept sacred.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do a lot of public things there, and it got soiled, if you will. Too many people don't make things better. And you ever go to a big public beach and you walk around after the end of a day and you're like, ew, geez, And then after a storm comes and blows it all or disappears it all, you come out and that same beach is beautiful again. And I think that's what, we gave a few years to let our place wild up again. And now I think it's ready to receive some guests. And so, I think it's going to bring the magic out that it always encouraged. And I think this community exemplifies that. So, I really think that, I reached out to you because I know you and I have known each other for a while. We've done some things, but we haven't done what I think we could do. And I think there's more reaching out, touching people. You have an ability to communicate with people, and I think we can bring people to a place to learn, to experience, to share, to heal. And the holistic remedies is our new catchphrase, because that's what this is all about. Holistic is the whole body, mind, body, spirit. It's all of it. And everything we do is holistic, whether we like it or not. But the problem is it isn't always good holistic. So a remedy is something that makes something better. So if you have a holistic remedy as part of what you're doing and walk that path of to me, we can all live that lifestyle. And I think we're affecting everything and everybody all the time with everything we do. And so that has to do with what we think, what we say, what we do. every action, every smile, every frown, every thought, every word, all of it, everything we eat, everything we share, good or bad, it's affecting everything all the time. And that's the holistic experience. So why not create and be part of this experience that has a purpose? We didn't even talk about intention. That's a whole nother conversation. But I believe your intention in being part of this and coming and talking with me is part of that thing that I was just describing, and that's certainly my intention.
Yeah.
And so I think that I just really feel good about this, and I wanted you to be a part of it, and I'm glad you're embracing this, because I still believe that there's a place, for you and your life's experience and all the work that you are doing and have done and can share that are part. I understand you're helping take care of some children now that I understand that's quite a task, but it also can bring out the best in you, and the thing that you're doing and helping to raise children is it's that thing, right? I mean, I'm a father and a grandfather, and I think I did a pretty good job, but I also know I failed miserably in some ways, and we all fall short because we're human. But we also affect people in a powerful, dramatic way, and I can't help but think that you're going to be bringing to these children, some gifts that they might not have got anywhere else.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. Yeah, no, it is like you said, life is full of challenges, but all to help you and them. It's helping all parties involved, and I'm looking forward to contribute. And one thing that we do too is I have your balm, and I have it on hand, on deck. I have one there. I have one in my car. I have one everywhere. I have one in the
I think. Yeah.
And every time one of the kids bumps their elbow or gets a scratch, right there, give me the medicine, and they know what the medicine is. I don't have to describe it. They go and they come and they put it on, and they now, if they get a boo-boo, they're like, get the medicine. And so it's such a joy to see. I need to do a little recording of them.
I love it. You should do that. Totally do that. I mean, and that's part of doing this, is that I'm trying to get people to experience and share their experiences so other people can know about, some of these things and their tools, techniques, ideas, thoughts, and that's what it's all about. So we're about out of time. I am super grateful that you came on, and I think that I know you were all nervous, but nobody would ever know it by watching, because you did great. Yeah.
Thank you. So, thank you. I appreciate it.
As easy as I was hoping it would be, and I would love to see you contribute to our blog, and I don't know if you've got a chance to pop on there and read any of the articles, but I would love to have you be a contributor to that, and anything that has anything to do with healthy living, we can share.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm appreciative of you bringing me on and inviting me, and exploring my journey with me. Thank you for asking all these questions and giving me the opportunity to share my story with everyone involved. And I'm really excited to be part of the community and hear from. I want to listen to episodes and learn more. So thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I just set up the platform today, so I'm hoping, well, for sure before the new year, but hopefully before next week gets too deep into it, we'll be launching the first couple episodes. And what I want to do for every episode, every guest that comes on, I want to give you a chance to give a shout out or a plug for anything that you want people to know about. So this is your plug moment. What do you want? How does somebody find you if you want them to find you?
Yeah, so they you can go to cannakeen.com, CANNAKEEN.com, to learn about cannabis education and that platform, or you can go to Luna's Therapeutics therapeutics.com and learn more about that journey and all of my social media platforms if you want to connect with me or message me or whatever have questions, anything you want. I'm here and open to conversing with everyone and learning more and also sharing.
Perfect. And if you submit a little blog post, you can put all those links in it. And that'll be a place where people can just go and find you. And we're going to create a directory that'll be coming up too. And we'll have a list of all the friendly sites and people that are part of the community. So I welcome that. All right, Clarissa. Well, thank you for coming. And I will let you know when this or these episodes air. So you'll get a notice on that. Okay. But we'll be putting things out soon.
Okay, I look forward to listening to all the episodes, and thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.